Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here. In this video, I want to bring you some more exclusive Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Today we had a chance to go down to Capcom and go hands-on with the game for a brief period of time. Soxy Bear, our fighting game specialist, went down and went hands-on, recorded some gameplay, and in this video I want to cut together a few matches. Also want to give a quick shout out to Theory Fighter, also runs a fantastic channel breaking down mechanics, and they were also there and they kindly shared some of their gameplay with us, so if you guys want to check out their channel, you can find a link down below. But in this video, I want to give you a chance to see just a few matches. We can only upload so much gameplay, so we're going to sort of cut together a few different ones. The build itself obviously only had 4 characters right now. Admittedly, they did reveal Guile in the Summer Games Fest, but sadly Guile was not present in this build. It was just Ryu, Chun-Li, Jamie, and Luke, all of whom are very, very cool, looking hella awesome in their new costumes. Honestly, before we even get into the gameplay, love the visual style for this. This game looks fantastic, looks hella crispy. But speaking to Soxy Bear, of course, from his hands on time, some of the most noteworthy things you want to keep in mind about this game is the pacing is definitely very sort of different. It's very momentum heavy. The game feels a lot more aggressive than previous games. The drive system the game has is actually really interesting, since you'll be using this meter both for offensive and defensive abilities, and of course that's available at the beginning of the game, so depending on how you use this meter is going to drastically change the way that you play. One thing you of course did notice from his time playing is that being in the corner or sort of losing all your meter does seem to be an incredibly dangerous thing in this game, so it should go without saying that, I mean, if you're fighting game fans, meter management is clearly going to be one of those things that you do regardless, but managing those meters is going to be incredibly important, so avoid getting into those sticky situations where basically you're running on empty. But from the limited time we had to play this, again admittedly it was only sort of a short demo, literally played within an hour, not necessarily even a full hour, just sort of a few matches back to back. Initially, sort of initial impressions, game is feeling great, game is super fluid, plays really, really well, is a bunch of fun to play. Honestly, I can't wait till we can go sort of much deeper into the game, sort of really start testing out mechanics, bring you guys some more gameplay, but for the time being, enjoy some matches. This gives you a good chance to sort of get a feel for it, see some flashy combos, and just enjoy some sweet, sweet gameplay. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of this, let me know if there are more things you want to know about, and of course, do be sure to keep it locked for plenty more.
On to that corner advantage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Fires without warning. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. There's an overdrive shorty. Drink level max out. This party's getting crazy. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Doing some quick planning? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Hits him with this free flow. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any mistakes. Either fighter could use drive now. Player 2 flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Feeling a real buzz! It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. It's been a slow-paced affair up until now. I'd like to see how both fighters use the info they've acquired and turn it into something useful in this final round. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they have hit them with a stop and pop. Getting up close and personal, strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Player 2 has gotta work some magic with his limited drive. Yo, cut that boy off! He's had too much! Jump this is gonna hurt! Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up! Tension's a solid choice! Player 2 is in a very good spot now! What are they gonna do? Take that guard away! Heat the low! What's next? Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art! Close range projectile! In with the luminous! Big drive gauge difference here with little life left. Dangerous range here. Yo, cut that boy off! Big it's time to bust it out!
Come on. It's time to
Go
train.
big time to end it! Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff! Player 2 really had to fight for that one! No shortage of... Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
Super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but
you... We're in for something special right here, right now.
Ready? Then show me. This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Checking their opponent. Who's going to break the silence first? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna make a move? Alright. Big gap between the two fighters. So they throw out a fireball. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round and makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Feeling out the spacing. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag him with something. Parries the projectile. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Both fighters have a full the low. A quick breather. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. So, what's next? Player just goes for it at this range. Excellent read. Oh, could be the start of something. Okay, here we go. Player 2 uses their drive gauge. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Turns out, Player 1 is in a very good flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. Your characters, it's time to go. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Time's the only thing moving here. Seeing how that round wound up very close, how will both sides tackle the next? Lots of aggression from both sides. What are they thinking here? Player 1 chases them down. Alright. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if your opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games. Anything could happen here. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Alright, what's coming up next? Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Gets them. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Our fighters got up close and personal last round and really took it to each other. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure. Feeling out the spacing. Baiting each other out. Overdrive with open. Looking for a chance. Going in. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Quick breather. Flush that off and keeps going. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. They'll want to keep the ball. Gets a risky bump in. So, what's next? Are we going to see some fire? Clutch anti-air. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That last round was all about close quarters combat. They really took it to each other. Super hard. Fades out the low kick. Doing some quick planning? You've gotta be. And eats it. They both have full drive gate, low heavy. Gut punch. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Oh, here we go. Lightning kicks. Medium kick. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Quick hit free flow. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any mistakes. Either fighter can use drive now. Player 2, flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Feeling a real buzz. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. It's been a slow-paced affair up until now. I'd like to see how both fighters use the info they've acquired and turn it into something useful in this final round. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they have hit them with a stop and pop. Getting up close and personal, strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Player 2 has gotta work some magic with his limited drive. Yo, cut that boy off, he's had too much. Jump this is gonna hurt. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Tension's a solid choice. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. What are they gonna do? Take that guard away, heat the low. What's next? Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Close range projectile. In with the luminous. Big drive gauge difference here with little life left. Dangerous range here. Yo, cut that boy off! Big, it's time to bust it out!
Come on. It's time to
Go
drink.
big time to end it! Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff! Player 2 really